All right. It is time to take a look at what Solasta 2 is bringing to the table. Their early access kicks off in March. And the cool thing is like I don't think anybody's seen anything since the demo. And the demo is supposedly way different because they've added a bunch of stuff. By the way, Bloomberg just dropped an interview with Sven and confirmed that the new Divinity game will in fact be a turn-based game. So we'll do the news on that later on. And they also confirmed they're going to be doing early access. You know, while we're waiting for this, because we've still got 17 minutes on this, so let me go ahead and we're going to drop the music down here really quick. And I'm going to pull this article up. Let me get this. All right. So while we're waiting on this, we can go over here and read this. While we're waiting. So this is the article that just dropped at Bloomberg for Divinity, the next Divinity game. An interview with Larian's CEO. Baldur's Gate 3 maker promises Divinity will be next level. I'm scrolling through this here. It's going to be a turn-based RPG featuring everything you've seen from us in the past, but it's brought to the next level. By the way, it's glaringly white. There's no dark mode for this website. I tried to turn on dark mode and it's all weird. I'm going to scroll through here really quick. 3 to 4 years is much healthier than 6 years. We're going to try to find ways to cut down development time and aim to finish Divinity in less time than it took Baldur's Gate 3, which took 6 years to make. They've got more studios this time around. Larian's been pushing hard on generative AI. The CEO says technology hasn't led to big gains in efficiency. Everything is human actors. We're writing everything else, but we're using AI tools to explore ideas, flesh out PowerPoint presentations, etc. Studio now has 530 employees across 7 offices. I'm skim reading this here. Yeah, they've got the support and backing of Tencent. Does it say anything about early access in here? I could swear it said something about early access, and I lost where it said it. Speaking to me on December 11th in a hotel suite in downtown Los Angeles ahead of the award ceremony, Vink says Larian plans to do an early access release of Divinity, as the company has done with previous games, although it's unlikely to be anytime in 2026. He says this is going to be us unleashed, turn-based RPG featuring everything you've seen from us in the past, but it's brought on the next level. So, Baldur's Gate 3, we can confirm, Baldur's Gate 3, we can confirm that Divinity is in fact going to be a turn-based RPG. I'll have a link to this article out on YouTube later on when I publish this, because right now we're about to go back to the live stream while we're waiting. Divinity is confirmed to be turn-based. It's confirmed to use early access. It won't be in 2026. Well, unlikely to be out in 2026. So, It's going to be a waiting game, but it's good to know that they are confirming early access, and they are also confirming that it's going to be turn-based, which I think a lot of people were questioning and wondering about because they hadn't made it clear as to what that was going to be. So that is some great news on the Larian Studios front. Meanwhile, let's get prepped and ready for the Solasta 2 live stream, which is going to be kicking off in about 13 minutes. Oh, Fallout Season 2 has a 100% fresh rating at Tomato Meter so far. Divinity is going to be turn-based with a new rule set. Based on PC Gamer just published an article too. God, I'm loving the music here. What's up, Deeks? I've already played the Altars playlist on YouTube. I've already watched the trailer for that and did a reaction video to it. Total War Warhammer 40k. I did not watch the live stream. Nope. Really interested to see what the combat is like compared to the demo. And of course the evolution. Rogue Trader has space battles. Just saying. My wife just sent me some very inappropriate TikTok jokes. They were funny, man. All right. We're about 3 minutes out. If everybody needs a bio, now is the time. All right, 2 minutes out. Check an email real quick before we get going here. Oh, I think we're about to go live. They had a little bit of a hiccup there. Very interested to see who are the companions we travel with this time.
My dear children, I write this letter to you as testimony of my undying love. Deorcus, my beloved, you will honor our goddess more than I ever could. Rickard, my cherished, find your father's steel and face the challenges ahead.
What happened?
She knew Marike was coming for her.
Never forget, the bonds that tie the six of you will be your strength.
This looks so good, man.
Lies. You should have saved her.
She deserves the peace of death.
What an interesting family you must have.
Is that fear I sense?
Stay in the light. Never give into darkness.
It's gonna be good, kids. It's gonna be good.
Your loving mother, Marhin.
March 12th. God, March is so busy. James Bod.
Hello, everyone.
Salos.
So, I hope that the sound is all okay for you guys. If not,
much better
please
than last
just
time,
yell in the chat so that we all know that the audio level is not good. Hopefully, it should be. We tested it before because we're professionals. Woohoo! All right, so welcome everyone, and for those who are new, for those who just found out about Solasta 2 at the Game Awards that the trailer just came from.
I think it's actually a little loud.
We are here today with Mathieu. Mathieu, you are.
Hello. I'm the CEO of the studio, in charge of the creative vision of the game, and also doing lots of UI and rule set programming on the game.
Yeah. So Mathieu, it's very echoey. I'm really sorry, but we don't have really great streaming equipment. So we're just using 2 microphones, and we have this meeting room which is just used every day. And yes, I am in low resolution because for some reason the camera doesn't like me. Maybe a bit racist from the camera, but it doesn't really matter. So going back to Mathieu, the reason why Mathieu, the one very interesting thing about Mathieu is that he is the CEO, but he also wanted to basically still be very active in the development of the game. So Mathieu here is our CEO, creative director, and he's also part of the programming team. He does a lot of things that touches the rule set, for example, the classes, the powers, the spells, and the UI as well. A lot of things that touches the UI, he's the one to implement it. So if in any case you have ideas or anything that goes with the classes and the powers will go through his hand most likely. And then we have with us also today Xavier. Xavier, you are?
I'm a game director, and I'm mostly in charge of the game experience and the story and everything that goes with it, voice actors and motion capture and stuff like that.
Yeah, so Xavier also has a lot of hats to wear, like we say in French. So he has a lot of different responsibility.
They definitely play D&D at this table. I would bet they do, yes.
The game and narration, of course. So, if you have questions about the lore, about the story, about how this one thing is supposed to work, or what we're expecting about X or Y, it's usually the to-go guy. And usually even within the team, sometimes we forget about stuff and we're like, Xavier, please enlighten us about how this mission is supposed to go, because we don't know if it's broken or if it's supposed to be that way. And myself, I am Emil. I am also Mizrim online. I am the community lead, so I am dealing with anything that has to do with communication with you, the players, or the fans. And also, I help a lot on everything that has to do with the D&D aspect of the game, because I play a lot of D&D, just like Mathieu, just like Xavier, and I am very, 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 let's say, I look a lot at the rules. So I am the rule lawyer of the company, and when Xavier does something and I'm like, oh, it's not technically rules as written, and then it's I'm the guy at the table that, you like to hate because I told you that it's not a +2, it's a +3, actually. All right, so today we're going to be starting with, and I hope that the message is still working. All right, I'm seeing the messages. Okay, all good. So today what we're going to be doing is, first of all, we're going to be going quickly over the new trailer that we showcased. We talked a little bit about the voice actors very quickly, and then we'll go directly into the game to show you combat. So combat, we have not really shown anything about it, and except through trailers since the demo, and we have a ton of upgrades, notably everything that has to do with the update of the D&D 2024 rule set, right? Because the demo was still back then when the 2024 rule set did not have a SRD, so we couldn't implement it legally, and now we can. So there's a lot of things that you guys are going to be seeing. Let me just open the screen, and we are going to be showing here transition. There we go. So you might be seeing the trailer just looping on the main screen. So for
works
our
fine
two
for me.
guests today, you're not seeing it on the screen because I am not showing it to you. It's on my screen. But is there anything that you guys wanted to tell us about this trailer? How did it come to life? Why did you want to go for a story trailer this time? Xavier, do you want to open with that?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think the story trailer was you guys' idea at the marketing, but
yes.
I think it was time to speak about the story of the game. For those who played the demo, there were a few hints about the fact that you would be playing siblings, but it didn't tell you much about the main story of the game. And, so now I think we're ready to tease a little more about what's happening in Solasta 2.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have two main NPCs who are your brother and sister, voiced by very talented people. And also, since we also have Amelia Tyler, who was already revealed, and Thomas, we wanted also to tell you about this great cast.
Yeah. So one of the things that's very interesting is because our Galaxies trailers, if you saw that a little bit ago, was more about a kind of a mix of gameplay and exploration, and we never really touched the story aside from the reveal trailer that we did, a year
And you
ago.
shouldn't.
Yeah, you
And,
want to
and I
don't
think
spoil
what's
too much.
interesting as well with the way we tell the story is that we give you the full freedom of creating a party of 4 characters, completely random, and yet we wanted to connect that with a strong storyline and a deep characters. So this is how we ended up mixing the 4 main characters that you're going to play and create, and then Deorcas and Ricard, who are very close to them. At the same time, you have this freedom mixed with depth of pre-written characters.
Yeah, that's very interesting because this was a challenge for us, right? Because back in Solasta 1, as you all remember, if you played Solasta 1, we had a fairly, standard start with a group of adventurers meeting in a tavern. But this time, because we also wanted to tell a story that was a little bit more personal, that had a little bit stronger links, not just 4 characters just meeting up in a tavern, we ended up choosing from, I think, Xavier and the writers, the story of a family. But we also did not want to give up the very, very core component of Solasta, which was you make your party, because it's the big part of D&D is playing someone you want to play, right? So we had this idea of mixing, hey, you are 4 orphans, meaning that you could be different ancestries with different affinities and still be part of that big family. And this story trailer was supposed to both convey that, saying, hey, you're still able to create your characters, but there is a very personal story told behind this, as we wanted to also put more emphasis on narration and, as Xavier has shown here, the voice actors.
Yes. Yes, and I know the sibling and the orphans thing is kind of bold, because obviously you can wonder, okay, my dwarf is very old, so how can he be from the same orphanage than a human who lives much shorter life? And I think if you think about that, it's not really a problem, because the time that you spend when you don't have a family with people who become your family, your brothers and sisters, I think it matters, and everybody can understand that. So it's interesting because we can play with these characters, the same dynamics we had in the first game. People arguing and not always being in the same spirit. But I think adding the family to that, and your past when you were younger and with your adoptive parents and siblings, I think it gives a lot of material for emotion.
And there's one thing you won't be able to edit yourself when you create your characters, your 4 characters, your family name.
Yes.
So you're going to be a Cornwall. You choose your first name, but your last name is going to be told by the story, for at least for the main campaign of Solasta 2.
Yes. We say main campaign because we always
in the future
always hope for more, right?
Other campaigns,
just like Solasta
for this
1.
story, you're a Cornwall. You're part of this family.
Exactly.
I think something that might interest the D&D players is you still have a background that is from the time when you left the orphanage and you've been adventuring on your own before the beginning of the game. So you can still have a classic background in terms of rule set.
So how it works is we are still going to be using the very rules of D&D 2024, and in creating a character, the background is important. So what we did decide is the orphanage people, or like our party, is not straight off the orphanage, right? They all grew up, they all went their separate way, and they are meeting back up for this beginning of the game where we have the death of Mahin, like this big funeral that we've seen in the trailer. Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about this, we're going to be showing just very quickly the different. Wait, I'm just gonna stop studio mode because this is a.
While you look for that, just to clarify that the movie that you've seen at the Game Awards was done with in-game rendering.
Yes, everything is in-game. There's no CGI. Yeah.
So we captured from the game engine and the actual cutscene that you're going to see. So maybe we did capture in 4K with the best quality, but yes,
this is the game.
This is the game. That's what's interesting, and the environments that you see, the creatures, they're lovely, and they're going to look almost like the same if you have a 4K 60 FPS machine. But anyway, it's in game.
Okay,
perfect.
So right now we are going to go through the 4 main voice actors that were shown in the trailer. The first one that we already knew before, Amelia Tyler. Why Amelia? How did we, think about her? Why did we choose her in particular for Shadwin? Xavier, can you give us a little bit of a...
Yeah, sure. Well, that's a long conversation, but when we wanted to have Shadwin as a very important character in this game, so a lot of work on her aspects, her backstory, and since we wanted to give her some depth, we needed a very strong voice.
Yes.
And Amelia Tyler, obviously now everyone knows her for Baldur's Gate 3 mostly, I think, even if she has a lot of previous experience. And I think she has everything for this character because she has the depth. She can give you a wide variety of emotions.
She does do strong, silent, not silent, but very strong and powerful women quite well, right? Because she's also playing in Hades 2, if I remember.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And
she's got a pretty
also
big cast.
Kind of this very, very strong and silent type witch, kind of stoic. Where Shadwin
I guarantee you she was
stoic,
not cheap.
Shadwin is also kind of like this mysterious
No, but we
woman.
don't want to spoil everything, but she's
she's
more complex than she appears.
Exactly.
But Amelia can be very.
I think the biggest spend you can see them making between the first game and this game, because obviously
right?
this is going to be bigger and better.
Okay, the
first
one
game had
that
not
knows
the greatest.
is of course Ben Starr.
It had
Ben, who this time is
voice acting, right? The main characters are voiced.
Old character, right?
But in this game, they're adding a narrative story, and they brought in big voice
But,
actors. So they spent a chunk of change.
But that's
I'm kidding. Well, no, what's funny is that originally the character didn't look as close as him, but we changed him for...
He did get a few updates, right?
Yeah, we had a hard time finding this face. And I think we were influenced by the fact that Ben was voicing him.
Ben introduced the fact that the character was more disturbed than what we originally thought.
No, I think we at first we thought it was a bit flat, too classic. And
the character, the character,
yes. We wanted to give him a few flaws, and I think Ben loved to add this. Small quirks and flaws to the character, and it works very well.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good choice. I mean, we were told by the studio, the recording studio, you can have Ben Starr. We know him, and so we said, yeah, let's do that.
Ben Starr.
Yeah.
To be fair, Ben, we're all playing a game. We're all playing a lot of games, so. We knew Ben Starr from a lot of different games, right? Like Final Fantasy 16.
Sure.
Of course, now in a lot of other games as well, because he is very prolific, but he is very, very good at what he does. And the character of Ricard really sounded good after he voiced it.
Sure.
Then we have Devora. So Devora Wild with the character of the Orcas.
Yeah, again, someone that we all know from Baldur's Gate 3. What's interesting is that her character in BG3 is very specific. She has a special voice with a specific language. And we have the original Devora Wild. She can be herself, in terms of voice. And she's also very intense. It's really cool to have her. She can be very sweet and very aggressive, and this is a perfect choice for the Orcas. I think you will discover this character. She's
Impulsive.
yeah, slightly.
The character is very interesting, and there is there like she doesn't need to have like the like
Yes,
filter
that's
on
what I
top
meant.
this time. And then at last we have Ellen Thomas. Ellen Thomas, that some of you may know less, but she was the voice of Ambessa in Arcane, and we were looking for a voice actor to play the strong character of Anabasia, right? And that's how we actually stumbled upon her.
Yeah, actually, I think the idea originally is from Thierry, our art director. We all watched Arcane, and we're pretty much everyone is a big fan because it's a fantastic thing.
It was a fantastic show, yeah.
And we wanted someone who had who could express the fact that Anabasia is very powerful. She doesn't need to to raise her voice to be scary, because you can feel that she knows how powerful she is. And Thierry told me, why not the actress who does Ambessa? And I was like, can we have her? And so we asked, and she agreed.
Yeah.
And it's again, working with her, when she's in the booth, you can feel that presence. It's awesome.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do we have anything else to say? Otherwise, we're going to be jumping into the game.
Maybe some questions.
Maybe some questions? Okay, let's see. Do we have some questions, people, before we go into the game? Well, in the meantime, I'm just going to be loading the game. So we are starting with this one. Okay, let me see. All right, people, if you have questions, now is the time. I see people asking about kobolds, but it's not really the topic. So yes, will kobolds be playable in Solasta 2? No, not for now. At least it's not intended, because it's a little bit complicated. Are there any returning voice actors from Solasta 1? That's a question from someone here.
I think not.
Okay, so
we use we're using a different contractor.
Exactly.
So different
yes,
pool of talents.
So just so you know how we work with voice actors, because we also do receive a lot of people asking us to act in the game. We are a very small studio. Remember, we're 35 people in-house, and that means that we cannot have a dedicated team to do the coordination with voice actors. So we are going through an agency to help us manage that. Which is why right now, like Mathieu said, we are using a different agency than in Solasta 1, meaning that we don't necessarily know if exactly there's the same pool of people. Probably we can look, because we have
different countries, so obviously the actors are not the same.
Yes, okay. Okay.
Across the channel, but yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the questions. So, what subclass can we expect? This is something that we will talk more about later. We will kind of show a few here during this stream. How long is the campaign? Ideally 1.0 would be 40-50 hours like Solasta 1.
Yeah.
During early access, at the launch of early access, the idea is 10 to 12 hours of gameplay, which will be increased with the updates that we do during early access. Is Drow a playable species? Not necessarily. We do have elves, and you can customize visually.
We don't have any drows.
But we don't have
it's
drows.
Not part of drows, you mean?
Yeah, drows. The dark elves.
It's not part of the SRD, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
something to remember. It's not part of the SRD.
Also, we see, will there be... Okay, are there going to be 5e,
Drow
24
are
feats in there? Remember,
trademarked,
we're using the
part of
SRD,
Forgotten
meaning that
Realms.
there are a few feats that are available, but we have to homebrew the rest. Because it's like we cannot use, for example, the Battle Master subclass on the fighter, because this is not SRD. So we can use the champion, but we cannot use the Battle Master. Will Steam Modding Workshop will be integrated? That's a question for 1.0. That's a little bit too far, so we don't know that one. In multiplayer later, not available. So just to make sure, multiplayer is not available at the launch of early access. We want to put an update out fairly quickly after the release of early access to have multiplayer so that people can play with their friends. But it's not going to be there immediately.
But just to reassure people, we've been working on multiplayer
we've been
since
working
day
on
one.
it. Yes. Yeah.
So the whole game was developed with multiplayer
In mind, yes. So it's not a maybe, it's a when, it's not an if. Is chill touch range or touch? It's not touch, it's now touch, like in 2024. Yes, the name is, will there be community-made campaigns? So, community-made campaigns, I guess you're meaning like, Dungeon Maker and so all of that. Right now, it's still something that we are not able to confirm, but I know that Mathieu has steadily started thinking about it.
It's something we want to do. It's just that we have a different engine, and it's still a tough nut to crack to determine how to do this properly, even though there are elements of the game which are easily moddable.
Yeah.
But for the rest, we're still looking into it.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to be starting to show some combat, because otherwise it's going to be 30 minutes without actually going into the gist of the actual stream. So we are going to change to the gaming screen. Can everyone see the game? We are now in a pause menu so that we don't get wrecked by monsters while we are looking at... Yes, so everyone can see it. Perfect. So, to give a little bit of context, this one is a random encounter. We are on the world map, we've been roaming around, we run into an encounter, and because we actually succeed our stealth check, we are now starting in cautious mode so that we can ambush the monsters. Or, if we want to, we could as well sneak into the area here to leave the area without fighting. That's an option. If we were to fail the stealth check, the starting position would not be the same. Right now, the monsters are in the middle and we are on the side. But Xavier, what happens if we do not, succeed our stealth check?
Well, you're in the middle and you're surrounded by the enemy who has ambushed you.
Exactly. So this is also part of why skill checks, very important in D&D, will also be very important in Solasta 2. So you can see that some of the monsters are patrolling, so we are wanting to avoid them. And right now, the stealth system is still a little bit rough, so enemies can see you from very, very far. But in the final game, probably they'll be a little bit, more aware. Right now, to
clarify, you have 5 characters in the party, Emil?
Yes. Why is that? Mathieu, please explain.
Yeah, because you have a companion, so you can see in the initiative, in the control bar.
You better pause.
Frame is a bit roundish. It's a symbol for a companion. So she has lots of cool. I'm not going to say her name because I would spoil the campaign, but she has lots of cool powers and features. So the idea is that some people wanted to have more than 4 characters in the party. For balancing purposes, it's complex, but still, we allow from time to time to have a companion joining the group up to 6 characters. And
nice.
They can also become more powerful.
With you. I think you talked about that last stream. They're going to level, the companions will level up with you.
Become a bit too weak at some point.
Yes, because they didn't level up, right? Yeah. Now they are, going stronger with the adventure. And
recently, we've also adjusted the amount of experience you gain from having a companion, so that it's not, it's easier, so you're going to get a bit less XP.
Okay, let me just check. I was looking at the chat freezing up. No, we're good. Okay. So, so what happened here? Sorry, Xavier, did you want to say something?
No, Mathieu asked me if I wanted to add something about the companions, maybe.
Yes.
I think it's for us, it's a way also to make some of the NPCs more important and involved in the story, so you can really get to know them on the long term. You can recruit a companion and then let them at home for some time and come back to get them again in your party. And yes, they level up with you, and you will have a full story with them.
We've been gentle with them in 5e tabletop campaigns. When the companion dies, usually when it reaches 0 hit points, it's dead. It's finished. In this case, we've allowed death saving throws for a companion as well.
Yeah, just like
too painful.
But if I may, the game is designed so that they can die and you can still go on playing, and their death will not be forgotten. And
forgotten maybe, depending on the player. But
the idea is that you should have an interesting experience, even if they die.
Yeah.
But you'll see.
Yeah. So as a reminder, because some people have asked in the past, you cannot continue the game if one of your character, the main characters, die.
Yeah.
You need to have like a resurrection scroll in your inventory or access to like a revivify, or it will be game over. You need to start the combat again. The reason for that is because narratively, the story is about those four brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So if someone dies, it just doesn't work anymore. And all our cutscenes that are thought about, using all four characters would break. The story, the game would break. So the main characters cannot die. If they die, it's game over. The companions, however, can perma-die, right? If you let them fail their 3, saving throws, right now you cannot use like resurrection scrolls on them, right? It's like basically
You can now.
You still can. Okay,
You can.
so you can. But if you don't have any resurrection scrolls, you can leave them dead and it's over for them,
Yes.
right? Once the combat is over, it's over. So, what happened here is we have decided to start the combat before the enemy saw us, even though he's very, very close. Like I said, we're still tweaking the stealth system for now. And because we are, starting the combat with ambush, we do have surprise. And surprise in 5e 2024 is no longer a surprise round where people get surprised and they can't play. It's a modifier where the surprised enemies have disadvantage on their initiative roll. So you will see after the sneak attack resolves, the initiative bar, and most likely most of the skeletons will be at the end of the initiative bar. Right now I started the combat with a sneak, an attack of my rogue onto the skeleton because we were stealth, get a sneak attack, and because the sneak attack is more like kind of like a reaction, like you managed to land the blow, do you want a sneak attack? You can say yes. And there we go. And that gives us the initiative rolls, as you can see here.
Also interesting, Emil, you can see that the skeleton was vexed.
Yes.
Because your rogue has used the Vex weapon mastery, which is a new thing in 2024 rule sets that you can select depending on your class, whether you're a rogue, a fighter, paladin, a number of weapon masteries, and then when you wield such a weapon where you have a mastery, you get to unlock specific powers to use Vex or push or anyway. You have lots of choices, and it adds another layer of an interesting layer to combat for martial classes.
For example, we as a rogue here have 2 different, we didn't have the little tutorials as you can see here, but if we look at the characters, we can see that she has...
It's at almost the end.
At the end, this one? This one? Yes. Weapon mastery, we have feats, vigilance, and then as the weapon mastery for rogue, we have short bow and dagger. Dagger has nick, which makes so that your bonus, basically your offhand attack with the dagger does not take a bonus action.
It's a free action, yeah.
So you can do this and still do your cunning action to disengage, for example, which is really good for a rogue. So we have just started the round. As you can see here, they rolled with disadvantage. Rolling with advantage is something that we have to remove because it's not roll as written. We have a ticket somewhere.
Did you report a bug already?
Yes, we did. It's
somewhere. Thank you.
So because this was basically advantage versus disadvantage, and it was super broken. But it's just something that we had inside. So we can see that unlike in the demo, because that was something in the demo that changed. In the demo, if you attack someone while being in ambush mode, you would roll the initiative first, and then people would play. Even if you wanted to attack with your bow, it didn't happen. What happened here is because that's actually how it works in D&D. The fact that you start a combat encounter, everyone rolls. Maybe the enemy sees the glint of your arrow, of your arrowhead, and they react before you can shoot the arrow. Normally that's something like this. But in the video game, one of the biggest feedback we received is, it's bugged. I attacked the enemy, but my attack didn't start, right? So what we decided to do is very simple. The person who attacks will always, by initiating the combat, the attack will always trigger. It misses or it hits. It will take the main action because you attacked, but you will be basically put at the start of the initiative. So you don't get to play again because you had I decided to attack, so I played twice. this doesn't work. So you do act, and then you are out of your action. So our character here, Zoe, has started the combat with a sneak attack with a bow, vexing the skeleton here, Crossbone, and now it is time for the others to act. And as you can see,
you still have your bonus action.
I still have my bonus action.
You can do a cunning action to dash and attack with the
So
dagger.
apparently I already used my movement for some reason. So we'll have to see. Probably it's because I was sneaking. I don't really know.
Oh.
Yep. So my bonus action here is already used to like move. That's not supposed to happen, I guess.
But can't you dash and use the
No, because look,
dagger?
I already have. Oh, that's a good question.
If you dash,
Cunning action. Oh, you're not a rogue specialist. I mean, what's going on?
Yep, I can.
And free action to hit.
Oh wait,
And
what?
another sneak attack.
Okay, that's not supposed to happen. We're not supposed to have 2 sneak attacks. So hey, we're debugging
Fuck.
live. Thank you for joining us. This is a QA session. Don't worry, that's basically the game being in development. So you will find a lot of things like this during our streams. It's also part of the fun. You get to see the game while it's being developed.
Also part of
And
early
You
access.
get the small anecdotes of things that are not supposed to be working. And yes, I know there's an echo, but that's just how the room is. So now we have our other characters, and you will also see a difference with Solasta 1. It's that
Oh,
once we do
that's much
actually
better
attack
looking.
with a character that is sneaking, you are automatically revealed. And this is because that's how the rule works. In Solasta 1, we were a little bit more, let's say, friendlier with people who were sneaking. There we go. And you would still roll like a stealth check, right? But because of that, it would be like a little bit broken. You would kept on stealthing and...
Yeah, well, you had this advantage, but if you were very good at stealth, you could stay in.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's see. We have our wizard here to display. And now we are playing the companion. So you can see that the companion is a little bit different because they... Oh, sorry about this. You're not supposed to see those errors. There we go. Close this. So we just put a code to avoid the debug pop-ups to show up. So our, as you can see here, our little companion cannot open her inventory because she is a companion. You do not have control over her inventory or her, skills and everything. She does, however, come up with her own set of weapons and also her own set of spells because she is a spellcaster.
Spells all powers if she has a specific class.
Exactly.
So the spells are slightly different for companions. It just follows the new monster manual in
Yes.
the way that monsters and some NPCs have X times of use of a powerful spell
Per day,
and,
yes.
and infinite amounts of usage for others, for example. But they don't have any spell slots yet, like they used to do in 2014.
Yeah. So you're not playing, for example, Jetfa is not like technically a wizard. She does not have like 3 level 1 spell slots, 2 level 2 spell slots, and stuff like this. She actually here has 3 cantrips, 3 spells, and they all are cast as level 2 spell slots.
Okay.
So as you can
she's
see, if I
fixed
click
level.
on Magic Missile, and I'm throwing the Magic Missile at... Okay, she's too small, she cannot see them for some reason. So I'm just gonna blast the Southern Caster. You can see that I'm throwing 4 magic missiles, so it is a level 2 spell slot that is being used. Alright, now we have our fighter, and it is something that we're going to show is we're going to be showing also something that we didn't have in the demo, which is ready action.
Yeah.
So in Solasta 1 you used to have a ready action button, and basically the button would say, hey, if someone comes in, do I blast with a melee attack, a range attack, or spell?
It was a brilliant
Which is
thing.
a cantrip.
I loved it.
Here, you can basically do ready action on a lot of different things. So here I can just say, I want to ready action on my melee attack, but you'll see later that I will show you can do a ready action on a spell, a specific spell. You can do
like Fireball.
ready action on a guiding bolt, on a cure wounds, on anything that actually is single target.
Oh, that's dope.
AoE at the moment don't work with that.
Oh, okay. Fireball doesn't work, but all the other ones do.
Okay, so they're too slow to get to me, so unfortunately the ready action did not trigger. But I will actually do that with this character. So the dwarf will ready action a guiding bolt. Anyone who comes close will start to get blasted in the face by a guiding bolt. Okay, we will be moving up with a dash. And we'll try to go for this skeleton here. We'll take an attack of opportunity, but that's okay. We are very nimble. And then we're gonna start stabbing.
It's worth the risk. Stab, stab, stabby, stab.
And that's a miss. Now, our wizard can cast a couple of different spells, as you can see here, because I went a bit fast, didn't get to see them. So you can see that he has a lot of spells for level 2. He has Shocking Grasp, Shadow Dagger, Light, Firebolt, Annoying Bee coming back from Solasta 1, Acid Splash.
It's a lot of spells, but I think this is because this wizard has also the
Ritual casting, yes.
not
ritual
casting. Magic
Initiate, yes.
So
he has 2 extra cantrips.
2 cantrips, and one of the spells you can see Magic Missile has a ×1, meaning that he can cast.
It's a modifier.
Once without spending any spell slot, and then any spell slot to cast it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Other spells that we have currently.
I might have to play a wizard main.
So Magic Missiles, as we know, we can see that the free spell
in Solasta 2.
We have Mage
definitely
Armor,
test one out in
Ice Knife,
early access.
A new spell that is introduced in the SRD for 2024. Scholar Spray and Chromatic Orb, which is also something that has been added to Solasta to SRD 2024.
Actually, I'm sorry. I think he has 3 as a wizard, 2 as a magic initiate, and 1 as an elf.
Yes, true. Elf also get 1 more. So he has like.
So in other words, I'm going to be rolling an elven wizard magic initiate in Solasta 2
As
early
you can
access.
see here as well, we have a new feature for stuff like Chromatic Orb.
Well, I mean, technically
where
you're
you
rolling
can
all 4
select
characters,
type of
but I
damage you
definitely
want to inflict.
can't wait to try the wizard
So
out.
we could start with fire, but we could decide, hey, we want thunder damage instead. And we are going to be throwing a thunder one at it. And we miss.
And you'd miss.
That's a bit of a shame,
Wildly
but that's just how the cookie crumbles. So Jetfa, you're going to be casting. So you used. Okay, where are you going to use another Chromatic Orb? Hopefully this time it works.
Poison?
Oh no, not poison.
Undead? Really?
Yeah. No, no poison. No poison. That wouldn't be wise. Let's see. Oh, you fellas also. Well, this combat is not going so well. So, okay, yeah. Let's just get out of the stealth mode. She's gonna be. Oh, she's not seen. Okay, so again.
You have advantage because of the guiding bolt, maybe?
No, it's just because,
she's
she was sneaking still. Okay. Again, like right now, the reveal sneaking doesn't really work so well. And action surge, and we're gonna attack again. Oh, and that's a miss. But because we have the graze, weapon mastery, the enemy still received 3 damage here.
Actually,
on the
pretty efficient.
Exactly. Means that you don't feel like you wasted your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Guiding bolt goes off, and the skeleton dies. So as you can see here, the skeleton attacked my rogue, but because he triggered the attack, our cleric here just threw the guiding bolt directly on him. Alright. Now, other spells we do have here for the cleric. Let's show it a little bit. We have Protection from Good and Evil. We have Inflict Wounds. We have Guiding Bolts.
So, fighter,
wounds, which is
thief,
buff
wizard,
24,
cleric for my
2d8
first
now
playthrough,
instead of
probably.
1d8. We got Bless and Bane. We got Sick
Unless I change
Flame.
my mind to do
We got
paladin.
Light. And then we got a new one, Holy Conduit. Holy Conduit, which is a homebrew cantrip for the cleric and the paladin, which is melee and a little bit of AoE for radiant damage. Why did we decide to do this? Is because the cleric did not have a lot of cantrips that we could use in the SRD, for Solasta. So we decided to add more. And another one here is Divine Shield, which grants 1d8 temporary hit points until the start of your next turn to an ally. So it is not healing, but it does allow you to protect your allies as a cantrip. And also we have guidance, the good old guidance. So let us show the divine Holy Conduit. Holy Conduit goes in. There we go, and blast. So as you can see,
saved.
we managed to hit the enemy. So he takes 1d6, but he does succeed his Constitution save, meaning he doesn't take the extra 1d4 AoE. Now, okay, we were going to be chasing off.
You can do a sneak attack on the other skeleton.
You're right. Let's go
you
back
have
and
friends
sneak
next
attack.
to him.
Exactly.
Oh, I mean with a
Flanking.
a bow could work, but
I mean,
Oh, okay.
You had to hit. Come on.
I'm not hitting. I'm not hitting. The Skeleton Knight does have a good AC because of the shield and everything. But it's okay.
Usually it's another person who is very unlucky with a
You know,
dice rolls.
that's an old story.
Magic missile, magic missile,
The
magic
wheel
missile, magic
The
missile.
wheel turns.
Guaranteed hit. Magic
Let
missile.
us throw a. Okay, so what do we do? Let's throw a Shadow Dagger at this guy. Nope, we cannot see him. At this guy then. Because the AC is high, we're gonna do Wisdom saves instead for that guy. Okay, Jetfire, you're almost out of spells, so we're just gonna let you chill in the back lines.
Oh, come on, she has cantrips.
Lots of cantrips.
Oh, she does. You're right.
I like
Should
how
have
they're
just
like,
used,
come on, man.
there
Can't.
we go. That's a good 9 damage. She also has, as you can see, Savage Attacker as her feat. Yeah, origin feat.
Yes.
Meaning that she attacks twice and she takes the best result. So she rolls damage twice.
This was provided by her background, I suppose.
Exactly. The background gives her that.
I like how the misses are
Zoe's getting
visible.
targeted by this little crossbow here. Got the knight. Oh, okay. He turned around and decided to hit the poor rogue. So our rogue is dying. Everything's good. We're going to be able to showcase a new divine channel divinity, which is the Divine Spark, meaning that we can heal allies for 1d8 plus wisdom from range without using a spell slot.
That's
And
nice.
there we go. You're no longer dying. Welcome back to the land of the living.
You can be hit again.
Yeah, well, hopefully we kill it before she dies.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's not working so well right now. Oh,
Hey.
there we go.
Oh, it still didn't do a lot of damage. It's got really
Yeah,
high
it's
AC.
not a lot of damage. It was not a natural 20. It was just 15 plus 5.
It's still a challenging encounter for characters of level 2, even though you dispatch the skeleton caster pretty quickly.
Magic
Yeah.
missile. Magic
It's
missile.
okay. I mean, usually
Magic
I
fucking
can do
missile.
that fairly easily, but it depends on the roll, right? We've missed a lot of like the big spells. Let's see here. Let's show the Ice Knight. Oh, we did hit once. Go.
Dude, his rolls are shit.
And
This is awesome.
You're going to
This is
use-
D&D, baby. Like, sometimes the dice
Yeah.
are not in your favor.
There we go. We get rid of this guy. And the last guy here. Still miss.
Oh.
Grace does
Oh,
the work.
that's great.
There we go. Come
Is he
on.
gonna whap the paladin?
So he fails as well. So we're not doing too poorly either. Oh, we're missing. We're
Oh,
missing.
goodness
Everyone's just
gracious.
missing all the time. Come on. There we go. Finish him off.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
That's not very good damage rolls
You
so
should
far.
use saving throw based spells.
Yeah, you know what?
Magic
We're just gonna
missile.
finish it with the magic missile.
Yes!
This way we can
Guaranteed
guarantee
hit.
that it dies. There we go.
The good thing with the encounters while traveling on the world map is that usually you can have a long rest right after. So.
Yeah, and we're actually going to do that because we're going to show the level up. That is something that we haven't shown yet. And there we go. So long rest, you can see it says here you will consume 1 ration. This one is smoked fish. And you will regain your spell slots, your channel divinity, and your action surge that we all used. So as you can see here, you can see what has been lost. It's smoked fish, what has been recovered so far. And also, because we are ready to level up, we can level up here. And what is this?
Multiclassing.
Mathieu?
Multiclassing.
Multi-class.
Multiclassing!
Wow.
Yay! So multiclassing still respects the rules of D&D at the moment, as you can see. Right now, because my
Insufficient
wizard
strength.
does not have wisdom nor strength, they cannot multiclass into cleric, fighter, or paladin. But they do have.
I fixed this small overdraw at the bottom.
Oh, the text. Yeah.
I fixed it this afternoon. So.
And then he also doesn't have enough charisma for sorcerer, but he does have enough dexterity.
You can
for
have the
rogue.
best class.
So he can be the best class,
Yeah, it's
the one that Xavier loved.
Yeah.
But we are not going to be taking the multiclass. We are going to be instead showing the wizard level up.
Nice.
As you can see here, this is the simple level up where you can choose between the different subclasses because we're level 3, and you can just click on the spells to choose the spells. Or, sorry, that's not what I want to show. Or you can do the advanced level up, which is usually where you can look at all the details
and fine tune.
What you
otherwise, it's going to be chosen automatically.
Yes.
This basic level up.
The basic level up is basically to help new players who don't really know D&D.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that they're not like, I don't know, like, all the choices and everything.
And usually it's going to use algorithm to pick the most adapted spells for you.
Yes.
But again, if you want to have your own choices, you can go to advanced level up.
Yeah. So here you can see what I get. So I get 1d6. So I go from 14 to 20 HP. This is not because of 1d6, it's because I get 4 plus 2 from my constitution. It's not just the dice. It's just, it lands perfectly. You can see that I get 3 spell slots, 1 level 1, 2 level 2s. I can choose between the School of Ruin, which is the new subclass for Solasta 2, which we'll not talk too much in detail because I don't want to spoil, but it's basically a more destructive subclass to the similar taste of those who like the arcane, Shrug Arcanist in Solasta 1. And then we have a returning subclass from Solasta 1, which is
Court Mage.
Court Mage, who gets the shielding fighting style, proficiency with shield, and the very powerful feature, Spell Shield, which can shield an ally and yourself. And then I get to select 2 new spells, because I'm a wizard. You can see that there are some spells that are still placeholder. Mystic Step should not be in the early access. It's still there. We're going to remove it. It will come later. Do not worry about it. For now, we're going to go with a good old, let's see. We're going to take Shatter, and we're going to take a good Scorching Ray, which is the usual. We're going to save, and then we're going to finish. And then we go to our little rogue. You can see that we can prepare the spells here as well if you want to change which one. For example, here, because you're elf, you can change every long rest the cantrip so you can like decide, I don't no longer want the firebolt, I want poison strike, for example. You can say here. And same wizards can also do that once per long rest. So you can say, I don't want annoying bee anymore, I want true strike. And then you go on. And now because we're a wizard, we can select 6 spells to prepare.
Yeah, and once you finished leveling up to level 3, the game automatically prepared spell for you, but yes, you can still change it if you want to do something else.
So for example, we see that Scorching Ray and Shatters are still here, so we can decide, hey, I don't want this, I want this instead. And then you finish. Now, Zoe is also ready to level up. Same as the others, she can multiclass, or she can get her subclass. Level 3, subclass being either Shadowcaster, which is the Solasta 1 subclass where you get spells, and also it has been improved so that you get Shadowcasting, the sneak attack on spells, earlier. So you get Shadowcasting immediately as you choose Shadowcaster. Or you can get Scavenger, which is the Solasta 2 subclass, who does get a little bit better prices on shops, because that's what Scavengers do. And Serrated Edge, which is that the weapons you have are modded, and they deal more damage once per turn.
Perfect.
It doesn't really matter what we're selecting here, because we are going to be using saves for the next combats to show. So I'm just going to pick one, and it will not be the same selection. Our Cleric also has the subclasses that are Oblivion from Solasta 1, Battle Domain from Solasta 1, and Life Domain from the SRB.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why the Clerics have those 3 is because it is story related, right? So that's also why the Cleric is one of the only ones who don't have a new subclass for Solasta 2. Maybe later, maybe in a DLC, we do not know yet, but they do get 3 instead of 2, but they do get also like the old ones, which were a little bit reworked in some cases. So there's still a little bit of a change here. As you can see, if we choose in the the detailed one, you can see the different things. Life Domain gets their Disciple of Life and preserves life. Oblivion gets Gatekeeper, which has changed. Now you can actually get a dying creature on their feet with a bonus action. and Herald of Pain as it was before, and then the Battle Domain has the Divine Fortitude and the Decisive Strike as we had in Solasta 1. And at last, we're going to be showing our little fighter here. Fighter, who also gets 2 new classes, subclasses. We got the Commander coming back from the, I think it was the...
Palace of Ice? Maybe?
No, it was the other one, the Lost Valley. The Lost Valley. So a more support class of fighter where you can use different type of shouts to give bonuses to your allies and yourself. And the Aether Warden, which is a half-cast class, which is very interesting in that it has Mythology of Might, meaning that their spells scale on Constitution and not Intelligence, meaning you don't need to pump Intelligence to get a powerful caster with Mythology of Might. And then there we go, because we're not going to explore too much. We're going to talk more about those subclasses in detail later in the news when we get closer to the early access. Now, let's see a few questions, and then we're going to move to the next section of the game. So, we can see Constitution casting is insane, and I would agree with you, aside from the fact that usually it is insane if you give it to a full caster. Our little Aether Warden is still a half caster, or what do we say, a third caster? Yeah, because it's still mostly a fighter that can cast spell, not a full spell caster that has insane amount of HP. We have a question of controller support was in the demo. Will it be accessible?
That's my question.
Will it be in early access? You see this?
Yes.
This is a controller.
Thank you.
There we go. I am control right now. I can move around. I can select action, and I can cast spells if I want to. Let's say I'm gonna cast this Shatter, and I'm gonna cast it on my allies. There we go. There we go. Oh, I just killed someone. It's the rogue again.
So that's cool. Controller support
think that I have
confirmed.
Like a vendetta against rogue, and maybe I do, but
that was my question in Twitch right now. So that's awesome to know that they are. That is how you do an early access, everybody. Controller support in the launch of the early access. Don't give me this bullshit of like, oh, maybe at some point.
The same time.
So I'm gonna put that. That's gonna be a short we'll put out later. 120.
It was thought to work with both control without having a specific different version. So it works well. And actually, when you want to explore and move around, it's in some respect I think it's more pleasant to use a gamepad. For tactical combat, maybe the mouse is faster.
As you can see here, I was using indirect movement, as in just like mouse. But if you look at the top right, we can also decide to do a direct control, and in that case, I can just move around with the joysticks. This, like Matthew said, is very, very practical when you're inside, and that sometimes you have like the ceilings that are very low, and you kind of like want to see like from closer up. Also, if you want to change character, you just need to like tab out like this, so it's like easy to switch between characters. Aside from like the dying rogue, which is on the floor right there, but we're just gonna ignore her.
Okay.
Another interesting element here is that we are in, not the dying rogue, but we are in a sunset light environment because we did a long rest. So we switch from midday to the end of the day. If you do another long rest, you're going to go into night.
In the night, yes.
And stuff will happen differently in the game based on this time settings.
So a little bit of a difference from Solasta 1. If you remember, Solasta 1 had all the the dynamic time with the sun setting and everything. This was a little bit complex. So what we did instead is we had 4 different time setting, which was basically day, dusk, night, and dawn.
Tuning lighting from a graphical aspect.
Yes.
It's a very complex task. So we limited ourselves to 4 light settings, which still gives very different atmospheres in the game.
In Solasta 1, it was like systemic, where it was like the thing was just like changing in the sky. The problem is we did not have control over the visual impact of it. So sometimes we would like showcase something and the light would be completely like borked. It would be like there would be no shadows because the sun is right above, and it was like, it's a bit of a shame, like it doesn't look as good.
Voicey says, what RPG minigame do you enjoy least most?
Okay, so as you can see, seamless change from mouse and keyboard. I can also do WASDA. Right now I'm doing WASDA because like I have Dever control also on keyboard.
Give me a
you
second.
don't have to use like a controller if you don't want to. I'm for example, I do not like controllers. I'm a PC gamer at first, at heart, but this way we can also do whatever the controller does here. And we don't need to like restart the game or whatever it is. You can
That's
see
perfect. I'm very happy to know that we're getting controller
pick up,
support
like,
out
the
of the gate.
controller, and it switches seamlessly. You can change from like indirect control.
I mean, I think all of those are
direct
fun.
control
Gwent,
anytime I
dice. I loved
And
playing
same
poker
if I
and Red
want
Dead
to have,
Redemption
like,
2.
Characters split up. I can just say here, I am, degrouping them, and now I can just like move them separately. Okay, there we go. Are the class shown? All that will be available at launch. So there will be 2 other ones that we have not shown here, and those have been shown in the demo. One is the Paladin, and the other one is the Sorcerer. So you will have 6 classes at launch on early access.
And 4 ancestries.
And 4 ancestries, being the human, the dwarf, the halfling, and the elf. And then hopefully we add more later.
Yes.
Xavier, do you want to say, maybe tease something that which class we kind of want to add later already?
Which classes? I know. Can I say? I think probably you want a warlock somewhere.
Yeah, I think one of the warlock. I've seen some people starting to work on Eldritch Blast, right?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun working on it today.
So this is not a promise, of course. We release something else before the warlock, but it's basically that. It's like while we are showing you stuff like this, know that behind the scene we're working on other classes as well already too, because like we're not aiming to release 1.0 with only 6 classes. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yes, Sorcerer Burst is in the game. So we already had it in the game. Okay, now we're gonna be showing you a little bit more exploration by showing you a different area, which is a Lion's Den. Xavier, what is Lion's Den? Very quickly, without too much spoiler.
Very quickly, well, it's actually a hideout, but a dangerous place because there's a lion's den in that very place. So if you take the wrong turn, instead of finding the hideout for your friends, you will have to face the beast.
And why are we going to Lion's Den? Like, what are we looking for?
Without spoiling.
Without
spoiling.
Right?
Some guy told you to find his friend who's hiding in the hideout and give him something. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough, right? Okay, let's start moving around. As you can see here...
And what about the lions? Are they ill-tempered?
No, it didn't tell you anything about the lions. That's the fun part.
So, as you can see here, we have like a different biome here. We are in a lush and vibrant jungle with some like banters from the characters, because things are looking a little bit, we like to give a little bit life when we're traveling around. And we are, while roaming around, we do see, so some things to harvest. Just as a quick note, crafting, not at launch and early access. You do have like crafting components that you can find. Oh,
we get something.
I did trigger something I didn't even realize.
Yeah, we don't have crafting in early access. We are working on that system, but we still have some stuff that you can collect here and there that will be usable to craft.
Yeah. Okay, then we go inside, and we got a little bit of an intelligence roll. So as you can see, we do have like quite a few banters to help with the immersion, with the storytelling.
Yes, that's something we really love and we developed from the first game.
There was a lot of banter in the first game.
Everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of banters. Like, I was surprised because here, for the first time, I actually took something and it actually tells me it's a dagger.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So just a note on the production. So all the levels you see are finished in terms of content and assembling them, putting the quests and stories and combats. We're now just polishing, so fixing bugs, improving stuff like comprehension of the objectives, making sure that the player they don't miss anything in the game. So it seems pretty well advanced, but we still need these extra weeks to make the game as fast as possible.
Okay, what do we have here? Those are the sand lions. Let's get into a little fight with them, right?
Well, they're just big cats.
Meow.
Okay, let's just trigger the fight without the surprise. As you can see here, I just got off from the cautious mode, and because it is no longer an ambush, we all roll initiative the
Old-fashioned
usual
way.
So our little Zoe here is now a Shadowcaster. So you can see that she does have a couple of spells. So not this one here, yeah. So we did get her a Ray of Sickness and a Chromatic Orb and a Poison Spray.
Let's go for Chromatic
So
Orb.
we are gonna start with just a usual little bow attack. And this is going to vex our little Sunline here so that we have advantage against it on next turn.
Okay.
Our little friend here will start off with a, let's say, a Chromatic Orb, right?
Maybe you hit this time.
Maybe we hit this, exactly. And we do hit. 7 damage. Not a great roll.
Oh, that's a bunch
by the
of
way,
hungry
I've been
kids.
playing from this side. Okay, so we get a lot of damage here. From this view, but you can of course like zoom in and out and get to see the monsters or the environment a little bit closer. As you can see, Fex has a little bit of FX effect and all that kind of thing. So
It's coming along great, man.
Or wizard will go in and
Fireball!
I
Fireball!
hope I can get close enough to do a big underwave.
Oh,
Yes, I
wow,
can.
okay. Punt him back.
There we go. So we shoved one. The other one succeeded, so he does not get shoved.
Expeditious
I can cast
retreat.
Expeditious Retreat once for free. Okay,
Probably a
well,
good
I'm
idea
not
to
gonna
do so
that.
and get out. Oh, you didn't?
I
No,
think it's because you are.
Yeah, I'm because I'm
wood
wood
elf.
elf. Yes.
you're gonna get eaten alive.
Oh, whoa!
Oh,
I'm getting absolutely
dude.
wrecked by this.
You are a dead wood elf.
Yeah, exactly.
A
And
dead
they're
wizard.
rolling.
Oh no!
Good old wizard rush.
Exactly. Well, I wanted to show off the, it's to show off the spells. That it is.
We don't know exactly what you wanted to show.
Oh my lord, this is not starting well, right? My rogue is almost dead, and my wizard is actually on the floor.
Showcase your cleric powers.
That's right.
Exactly.
Showcase the
Right now,
cleric
I'm going
powers.
to showcase the rousing shout.
Oh my
Get
goodness.
some, get some advantage on my next attack, and we're gonna be starting to
Goodness
attack and slash.
gracious.
Oh, and then
And he
even
missed.
with advantage.
Oh no.
There you go.
This is not going
Ooh,
well.
that hits.
Oh, that's
Okay,
brilliant.
Eric Caldwell, your time has come to shine. You are going to say that for. Okay, it's too far, right?
It's too far.
Can you. No, that's turn undead. That's not what I want to do. Divine Spark heal. There you go. Get back on your feet, shoulder. And with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Divine Fortitude. Get
Yeah.
an extra 9 HP. No,
They're
this is
coming
good.
right back for the
Yeah,
wizard.
He's still alive. He's still alive.
He's got
He's
one
okay.
hit
It's
point.
attacked with advantage because it was.
Oh, this is
four.
brilliant.
Yeah.
God, we're gonna have so much fun with
Yeah.
this when it
Big
goes to
sneak
the
attack.
early access.
One dead. Second attack. Missed. Ah. Jetfa, you can. Oh, Jetfa, I think you're in position to. No, you're.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna do like a flaming. Because like it's. Oh, actually, can I? No, I can't.
No,
can I
because you get
cast
your
a needle?
companions
No,
too.
never mind.
Yeah.
Well,
Just have the rogue in the AO, it's fine.
yeah. The rogue is not too much of a big deal.
Let me disagree with that.
All right.
Yeah,
there
kill
we
the
go.
small ones.
The small ones are dead.
Good turn.
Okay, so Finil, you with your 1 HP.
Do something big.
What are you gonna be able to do? Not much, to be fair.
Dude, no. Magic missile, high level magic missile, and
This
toast
is
one
a
of those
dash. It's not a
lions.
disengage. Okay, you know what? Here, get a shotgun grasp up. Okay, and now you can just move away without triggering an opportunity attack. Let's see. Maybe she's not gonna follow you. Okay.
Right.
Fun fact: the ragdoll, as you can see, is still a little bit experimental. So you will see them flying around. It is very funny to see. I've been having.
Oh!
Okay. So as you can see, the sand lion can leap to avoid getting blocked because it's a big beast that has a lot of agility. Here we have a little sneak attack because it's moving aside. There we go.
Everybody got an attack of opportunity.
There we go. He's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, because he moved in, and so he provoked an attack of opportunity from like 3 different characters.
I think I see a bug here as well. They're spamming poisonous bite, and that should have the cooldown. It didn't used to do that. Okay. So well, debugging live. It's all right.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to use a second wind so that I get some more HP, and then I'm going to go back to walking. As you can see as well, these beasts are resistant to slashing. So we are doing a lot of damage, but it's divided by half each time. So some of those beasts you will need to use magic or other damage type to make short work of. For example, I'm going to showcase the Life Drain spell, which is new. And that just missed. Okay.
Missed.
Well, I'm not going to showcase it because I just missed. Yeah, because it doesn't hit, right? It just happens. Okay. Oh, yeah, and because Zoe has spells and has Shadowcaster, she may be able to...
Uh-oh. I think their live stream may have just died. Or I just died. Is it me?
actually land
Nope, we're good.
Here you go. Let's
I think
go
it was
with,
there on their end.
And there we go. So interesting about the Shadowcaster, they can use spells to do their sneak attacks if it's an attack roll, just as if it was a long range.
That's cool.
Weapon attack. There we go.
But it has to be a
deals
spell that
12,
has an
and
attack
then it
roll.
deals an extra 3 fire damage here.
Did you do 3 with the 2 dice?
Oh wait,
No,
that's
just
actually a
one
bug
die.
as well, right? It should be 2 dice. It's only 1 here. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
All right. Jetfire, you're right there. Oh, Jetfire, you can now use your Burning Hands. Can I get 2? I can get 2.
Ow.
There we go.
22.
And he ragdolls into the wall, and he just flies around. Okay. Finil, you're alive, barely. You're going to be using Ice Knife. Oh wait, what was this? Ice Knife.
You're targeting the camera.
Yeah, that doesn't work well. What is he doing?
Going for the rogue.
Of course.
It's unfair.
The rogue
Dead
really
rogue.
doesn't get a lot of love from the.
Oh!
He's also rolling again, getting
Rogue
HP.
down.
Just got
Rogue
8
down,
temporary hit
rogue down.
points.
Ah, you filthy beast, get down. I'm gonna heal again just to make sure that I don't die.
Down, get down.
There we go.
Ba-da-ba,
So
ba-da-ba.
of course we're playing a little bit fast here because we want to show you stuff, but ideally you would want your rogue to start the combat on high ground and stuff like this to avoid it being a big melee pile here in the middle where everyone just dies and keeps on dying. We're just gonna get you up again. Where are you? Here. Get your little cure. There we go. Good roll. And I don't have any melee. Okay, so actually we're going to try to dazzle him. He's dazzled.
He
so
is
when
dazzled.
he's dazzled, as you can see, he no longer has a reaction. So he cannot do an opportunity attack if we were to
Oh,
like,
so you
run
could
away.
run away.
Missed.
Oh, he's still got
Missed
it
again.
though.
Well, that's not good.
Back.
Oh no, Zoe failed on the
You
attacks.
still
My
have
bad.
Stuff. You do have stuff. There you go. That's a good.
Nice.
That's a good roll. And I think we can just finish him with a good old magic missile.
It's my favorite
The good
spell,
old
and it has
reliable.
been ever since I
It's not
played
dead.
D&D for the
1
first
HP
time
guy.
because it's a guaranteed hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Attack for opportunity,
oh,
and it
there's
crashed.
a crash! Well, apparently, if we kill the last mob with a opportunity attack, this is a crash.
I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't see that one coming either. It didn't happen when I was testing it. Well, yay! You get to see like the behind the screens. Okay, so don't worry about it. This is just how the dice rolls. We're gonna go into like a little back to the little loading screen here while we are loading the game again. But that was basically the end of the Lion's Den. We're going to be showing you one last combat area, which is going to be ambush. But we don't have to rush because this is going to be the last combat area that we're going to show. So in the meantime, I'm going to be asking a few questions. I'm going to be answering a few questions. The black hole magic, exactly. It's the Lion's fault, right? It just crashes the game. But it wouldn't be fun if, live on, this is just what we call scuff, right? This is part of the game. So if scuff didn't happen, we wouldn't be having so much fun. Okay, let's load the game and let's go to our last area, ambush. And I'm going to change to screen again. So, Xavier, explain to us what's happening here. Why are we here? What is this situation?
Without spoilers again.
And without spoilers again, of course. Otherwise, it'll be too easy.
I can say in this quest you're escorting Jepfa. That's why she's with you at this moment, and she thinks she's being followed by some bad people. And as it happens, while traveling with her, she feels that they're coming and asking you to maybe make a decision, so you can just stop and wait for this guy instead of being, running away. So I think you already started the battle.
Exactly. So in this case, because we did, take a bit of time to save and everything, the enemies did catch up to us.
But it's an interesting case because what we did is when you load this map, you have the enemies are just walking towards you.
That's a lot of enemies.
They don't know that you haven't spotted them, so you can hide and ambush them as they come.
Yes. So if I was smart and if I saved fast enough, I would be able to maybe ambush them from above.
Yeah.
To be able to get the jump on them, especially since a lot of them are thuggish archetypes with melee attacks. So getting the high ground really helps in that fight. Normally, this fight is, when I play it, because I'm used to D&D, I can deal with it fairly confidently. But if you're new, this fight can be a little bit challenging, especially if you don't take advantage of the terrain. So let's see. We are going to be. Is height giving an advantage? No. Just as the rule is written, height does not give an advantage. Although maybe we want later on to test with different rules, but we haven't at the moment implemented a bonus when you're above.
It gives you a natural cover.
Exactly.
Of the enemies below.
Yeah, that does help, but that's more natural. Okay, we are going to be preparing Chromatic Orb as a ready action with some damage.
Okay.
There we go. We are going to be preparing another spell. Yeah, we're going to be preparing a Scorching Ray as a ready action. I think it works, right? No, it doesn't, because it's a multi-target spell. So we're going to target a Life Drain as a bonus as a ready action.
Here they come.
Yeah, okay, so the reason why you're not seeing is us attacking it. Oh fuck. Up, removing the pop-ups again. Yep. The guy just took a lot of damage here. So for some reason I think right now the ready action don't show the VFX of the spell. We would have to debug that as well.
I think the debug stuff broke something.
Yeah, the little pop-up here was showing that something broke. So the reason why you cannot attack this guy, by the way, for the moment is because we're testing around with enemies being stealthy. And when enemies are stealthy, right now we cannot detect them. So as you can see, he is invisible. He has decided that you cannot see him, and out of consideration for his feelings, we absolutely cannot see him. He is absolutely not here.
What if you use AoE?
That's right.
You can actually
You're invisible.
hit him with AoE,
It's like the
that's a
kids.
little bit of,
You can't see me. You can't
that's not
see
very
me.
nice
When they
for
got a sheet over their head, and you're like, okay, yep, I can't see you.
It's not really nice to you.
Oh no, he's not. He has an actual very big weapon that he's not showing right now. Alright, Zoe, it is your turn to shine, and we are going to start with a Ray of Sickness. That's pretty good. With this, there we go, with the little sneak attack on top of it. Little Sand Lion from the Beast Handler is coming up.
Oh, Sandline. It's almost looked like a giant rat.
And we do have a Violent Brute with his two-handed axe coming up. By the way, you may see some NPC right now in early access that will have a certain set of powers and etc. It is possible that later on, as we develop the game, they gain more and more different powers as well. We have some powers we have not yet developed for everything. For example, the Beast Handler, ideally in the future, want them to be able to buff their beast, but for the moment that's not possible for them. So they're just here with their bow. There we go. Ooh,
nice.
Big flaming hands right.
Did it drop him out of invis too?
Okay, let's see. What are you going to do? Oh, okay, we're just gonna do another Thunder Wave. I do love
that
Thunder
before.
Wave.
We know how it ends.
They resisted.
Yeah, I know it ends.
Wizard on the ground.
Wizard on the ground.
We'll see.
There we go. That little beast that just flies around, flopping around. Wow.
Yeah, this
Why does
is
the beast have
March
such,
is a
like,
jam-packed month for
fractal
me, but
animation?
this is one of the games we're replaying in March for
Exactly,
sure.
It's pretty funny.
So I've got James
I'm just gonna
Bond,
do
I've got this
as well.
game,
Oh, wait,
I've
he already
got
has the bonus HP. Is that tough?
Saros, we've got
Oof.
Crimson Desert.
Alright.
No, actually, you know what?
So,
Saros got moved to
There
April.
we
I
go,
forgot
we're
about
gonna
that.
shield that.
So it's
Because we're
James
Battle
Bond,
Cleric, and
this
we have
game,
access to shield.
That 2D side scroller game,
The scout
and
attacks from very far away. That's
yeah, James Bond, Crimson Desert, this
Longbow.
game,
Yeah,
and
it
that
is
other
a
game. So
longbow.
like 4 games in March.
Descendler misses.
This is only like 10 to 12 hours,
It's the
is
rogue
what they
again
said.
taking all the
So
damage. Look, she has like
since it's
look
the
at
beginning of
that.
early access,
She's
you know, we'll
behind
probably
the
get
front line and she's
15,
still the
20
one
hours.
getting
It'll
all
be
the
like
blows
3,
in
4
the neck
days of
for
streams,
some
and then
reason.
you know,
I
wait for the
think I can get to
patch.
this guy, so I'm just gonna go and start like whacking.
So
with
we'll have
him.
plenty of time to play all the things.
There we go. We're gonna do a rousing shout. Get everyone advantage for the next tech. And start whacking the beast handler. That's 1. Action surge. That's 2. Oh no, missed.
Missed.
And Graze still help. Every little bit helps. Let's see. I'm going to try to Ray of Sickness that guy as well. Nope, and that's a miss. You know what?
Fail.
You just get to hide a little bit, right? Because you don't have a lot of HP, and we don't want you to like get absolutely murdered. Thanks God the Violent Brute was far away. Hey Jeffa, you are going to use a chromatic orb on this guy. This guy. Yeah, this guy. Oh wait.
96%. The other one.
Yeah. Okay. This was very well hidden. As you can see, so yeah, one thing that is very interesting, because we do have percentage, right?
Show more details.
Yeah. Here we can see the details of why. So 3/4 cover, -5. That makes it much harder to hit him. Mathieu, do you want to talk a little bit about like line of sight and cover and all that kind of thing? Like, how does it work?
Well, it works as the rule states, so +2 for half cover, +5 for 3/4 covers. So you can see directly with the line here at the block here with this shield it provides, which symbolizes 3/4 cover. And also when you, if you don't do the attack and it said move to a different location, you're going to see the lines, showing how you're going to see the enemies and what covers they have from this position.
How do we know?
Okay, that's
how does the
cool.
game tell you if you have half or full 3/4 or full cover?
Actually, I'm not sure. I think it's based on raycasting, but I'm not sure how much. Is it launching several ways to say how many are hitting? Possibly, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah, I think that's it. There's a ray targeting the head and the body and the feet, and if most of them are behind cover, then you have 3/4, etc.
Yeah, last I checked with Karim, our technical director, it was raycasting like you said, and it's like depending on the number of rays that actually manage to hit the enemy. it gives
I'm
you more or less
pretty
cover.
sure they
So if
said
you're really,
last
like, there's just a bit of, you
last
can see
dev stream. I'm
3/4
pretty sure they
cover.
said it's
If you can
only
see
going to be
more than half,
Steam
it's like half,
for early
and then it's
access.
like
I'm
full- it's like
pretty
full
sure
cover.
they confirmed that during
So,
the last dev
let's
stream a couple
see.
months ago. Don't quote me on that, but
24 damage.
you
that's
might want to go
excellent.
back and watch that watch
We don't
party.
Get to, like, bounce
I
again.
could swear they
no,
answered it
unfortunately, there
last
was no
time though. I'm
enemies close
pretty
enough
sure
to,
they
like,
said
bounces. 'Cause one
that
of the
it's
things
only
that's
gonna
very
be on
interesting
Steam.
with Chromatic Orb is normally if you do twice the same damage roll
for
you
the
can
early
bounce to
access.
another target.
Launch is something
So
different,
that's the
but early
amazing
access,
part
I
of it.
believe it's Steam
So,
only.
like,
Interesting point on the wizard.
Mhm.
He has a bluish bubble next to his portraits,
Yeah,
which is the
spell shield,
the
right?
spell shield from the court mage. So it's granting you. It's like a temporary point of a different kind.
Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't say like 20 plus 6, unlike
Because
the
you
cleric.
can still have temporary points and the
Exactly.
spell shield, and it's
'Cause it's-
going to act as a buffer.
Exactly. The spell shield is additional, and if I'm going to try to take an opportunity to attack here, oof, I take 15. As you can see, I am down only 9 HP because 6 were absorbed by the spell shield.
I think
and now it's gone.
you're biased towards rogues and wizards. And actually, those are our two favorite classes.
It's my silent way of saying that I'm not happy. Okay, let's see. We are going to be casting. What are we casting? Let's cast a little annoying bee, just to be annoying. There you go. Be annoying. Oop. Well, the text, as you can see, bees. They're annoying. So annoying bees, for those who wonder why I would ever use that cantrip.
No,
It's
insect
very
plague
good
is
against
awesome in
spellcasters.
D&D.
It is
distracts.
guaranteed damage, so you force a
concentration check, and it does
and
damage.
they have disadvantage on their concentration check until the end of the turn.
It's beautiful.
So it is really
So it acts like
annoying
insect
for
plague,
enemies
insect
that
swarm.
have flight, for example, or any kind of like spells that need to be maintained. Okay, let's see. You're close range. We are just gonna whack you with a good old mace then. Decisive strike. Whack. You're dead. I have to take care of this one.
Yeah, that rogue is
He's
still
being
from cover,
very-
man.
Ooh, Jetfly's dying. That's not good. If that were the old rule set, she'd be dead. She should be dead, yes, because Mathieu would not give her death saving throws. But Mathieu is a very merciless DM when it comes to NPCs. And we were like, okay, well...
They're just another mouth to feed, so...
Exactly.
I had a DM like that, my buddy Ted, who just anytime I tried to get a horse in the game to like help me like speed around the environment or carry my shit around, he would find ways to kill the horse. Like I remember one time we were camping in the mountains and like these mountain monkeys came out of the woodwork at like 3 o'clock in the morning, ravenous for horse flesh, like ambushed our party, killed my horses. It was like, son of a
tendency of being extra aggressive. Every attack that he does is with advantage. Every attack that you hit against him is also with an advantage. So it's like
the reckless from the barbarian.
Exactly. He's always using reckless attack almost. So we are going to get in.
Magic missile, man. What? Stop sleeping on the magic missile.
We're gonna debuff him with a ray of enfeeblement just in case. There we go. So next time he attacks, if he does survive this round, he's going to be a little bit less of a menace.
I am such a big fan of
wait.
magic missile. I don't sleep on magic missile. I use that spell more than almost any other spell ever.
Whack him in the back. There we go. 11 damage. That's a good hit.
Because it's a guaranteed hit unless they've got shield
actually,
on.
you know what? We're gonna stop here for the moment, just to take the questions because we've gone a little bit fast. This is the last fight.
Yep.
So if anyone wants to say anything first on your side, let me know, or we're gonna start taking questions. Mathieu, do you have any comments that you want to give about what we just showed?
I think it was really pretty good. Obviously, I've seen a few glitches of text and icons missing, but otherwise, yes, I think it's. We've recently balanced the difficulty, so the fights are maybe a bit harder than what they used to, or more challenging.
Yeah. So well, they used to be very easy for a long time.
Yeah.
But now that a lot of systems are finished and working, if we are hard to use them to have an interesting challenge, it needs to be a bit hard at least.
Also, there's a challenge in terms of difficulty for new players who haven't played Solasta before, who know well D&D. So we'll speak a bit more about that later on. But we have
we can show them. It is already in
we
this
can show the different difficulty settings.
So the difficulty settings are already in. That's awesome.
We have authentic and
Explorer.
we have three.
I mean, the third one is custom. It's always just because custom is considered.
And then you can, you should gray out the other stuff when you're not in custom. But anyway, you can select how much.
Hide helmet. Love it.
Attack rolls of the enemies, of the allies. You can change the damage. You can use the karmic dice, which is a system which instead of when you roll a d20, you're going to roll all the 20 values first until you roll a 1 a second time, I think.
No, the karmic dice is more like... No, it's a bit different. Like, the way that it works is basically it avoids... Just like BG3 Larian also have that, it avoids long streak of bad luck. The more bad luck you have...
chance of when you have
exactly.
one. Okay.
So the more bad luck you have, and the more the dice are going to be weighted to be like a little bit like better. Okay. So this avoids like, oh, I've done like 4 rolls in a row with 1.
So it's
2,
like the
2,
karmic
3 or
dice, okay.
Which kind of suck. You can of course turn them off if you want to like experience true energy.
Oh, it is karmic dice.
And,
I didn't catch that.
RNG,
it is the
sorry,
same thing.
RNG,
Okay.
And suffer, yes, because sometimes the dice are really not in your favor. And we also have to help like people who are very, very like, you know, struggling with the difficulty. Loaded damage and healing dice. It's basically you roll twice and you get the best result. So that is also an option. As you can see, it has less, at the moment, options for Solasta 2 difficulty settings than Solasta 1.
Well,
this
it's
is
early
of course
access.
because we're still in early access, or we're not even started early access. So we added this to make sure that you could still play early access and actually enjoy the game. But later on,
which is great because like Baldur's Gate 3 didn't have difficulty
one.
settings
So
in
people
the
can
first
keep that.
version of early access. It was what it was. And that spider down in the caves when you went down the rope with the well in the middle of that
So,
goblin camp,
yeah,
that spider kicked my
D&D
ass
players, Solasta 1
over
players,
and over
if
and
you
over
are less
until they
familiar
put a
with the
balance
rules
patch
and you don't really know what you're doing, maybe start an Explorer, which is the default setting in Solasta 1, for example, that we
The
had.
first few fights of the campaign are going to be simple. Because,
Yeah, it's tutorial.
Tutorial. After that, it's going to become more ruthless. So be prepared to use your. Well, it's the right difficulty makes you think in a tactical way and use the powers at your disposal. So it's really important we have the right difficulty.
Yeah.
And probably some players will want a harder mode.
Exactly. We'll in the future we'll have harder mode as well. Probably. It's always this case.
Yeah.
It's just a question of when we actually add them. So other things that you can see that we have, you know, control. We have key mapping that's also there because we know that some people really dislike using the keys that you know we give you by default. So hopefully this should help. There's not everything that is mapped for now, but again, early access, you'll have more and more as we go on. Video options as usual. Oh, it is actually 4K for some reason. Okay. And then we got the interface for those who have trouble with the subtitle color or readability.
Readability, make it bigger. I'm old. I need bigger text.
Like, you know, very, very much looking for people who are having trouble.
Text size, old man style,
for
please.
The dice, people who love the dice, and some people have asked, can the dice roll slower? We remember that from another stream. So we do have a dice speed multiplier here to make sure that people can enjoy the dice like they want.
And I think we can say that we have.
Thank you, Mama.
I
appreciate it.
Some system really came
Thank
up
you.
For 1.0. But here for Solasta
You got one
version
too?
for
Gracias.
we
Son
have,
galletas. Gracias, Mama.
Yeah.
Later,
My grandniece just brought me chocolate chip
We
cookies.
want to have as much as possible of all the settings and features you would expect when you start playing the Alex.
Yeah. Okay, so in that case, we are going to be starting to take a few of the questions. I first see.
Tomorrow's her last day of school, actually, for Christmas break.
I see.
We're gonna be really sad to see her go home for the
main
next few
news
weeks.
of
We're gonna
Ranger,
try to
which
still
is- oh,
balance
okay,
it.
so-
I think we're gonna try to
Valombre, just so
still
you
have her
know,
come
so
here
someone
2 or
said
3 days a
Dro
week
is actually in D30.
to
I think
maintain the
that's case
schedule
in
so she
as
doesn't
a
get out of
sub-race.
schedule of.
It's just that, as a reminder, we
But
are not.
It'll be
playing
sad to
for
see her
Robin
go. It's been a
Rounds.
great
We are
3
also
months having her
playing
here
in
Monday through
Solasta.
Friday.
And because Solasta won, remember before 2024, Drow are not an SRD race. We did not
It's not
have
part
them.
of our lore.
It's not part of the lore, unfortunately. So we could maybe try to add them, but at this point, it's like we have.
When she
so
first
many
got
other
here, she
ancestries
wouldn't
that we
come
want to add.
anywhere near my
We want to
office
add
door.
The Tiefling deck.
Wouldn't come in here.
potentially
Now
we
she
want to add,
opens the
like,
door,
Dragonborn, all
brings me
those,
food,
you know,
brings me
ancestries.
snacks like just
That
now.
Drow is not necessarily one of the top priority that we have.
It's great.
And
It's nice to see her
the
progressing so
new
well.
classes coming up.
She's learned quite a bit of English,
you can
but
be
she doesn't
vocal
answer in
in
English
a
yet.
community channel
She still
to
answers
say,
in Spanish.
We want them all. Anyway,
But she totally understands
Exactly.
when
a
we're
bunch
going
of
to
English
implement
now.
that class, or maybe we have a few leads for the first updates. But for the next one, if you think
She'll say good morning in English.
Yeah.
Do not hesitate to
But like this
argue
morning, I was
and
like, "How are you
vocal.
doing?" And she's like,
We've
"Estoy
always
bien."
been
Like she
very,
totally
very,
understands. She
hand in
just
hand
doesn't
with the
answer
community,
everything.
and that's also why we do early access, right? So the team, like for example, Xavier's designer team, also have done tremendous work to help implement stuff that players would love to have. We usually work hand in hand with Xavier, for example, when we do some contests where the community suggests some ideas, and then Xavier goes and actually put it in game. So those kind of things is something that we do during early access. You can expect surveys, you can expect contests.
Chocolate chip cookies for the win.
To add design, maybe even.
Those are really good, actually.
Thinking about potentially adding some random events created by the community
Pringüitas
later on the world
con
map.
chispas de chocolate.
More events as well. Those kind of things, right? So, yeah.
I could totally smash all 6 of those, but
I see that some
gonna
people
hold
are
off.
asking for customization option for elves. It's like you will see the character creator at some point. You can do a lot.
I just had 3 of them. I better
you
hold
probably
off
can
until I
do
eat my
like
lunch.
dark elves if you wanted to, visually. Show inventory. Inventory looks like this. If you're curious.
It's
similar to the first game.
what you had in the demo, but with lots of improvements and quality of like stuff. When you drag and drop, you can.
I know Inky Z.
Stuff,
It's great having a little minion. She's not my minion, but
the same philosophy.
she's still a great little minion.
Oh yeah. I think I can show that as well. If you want to read the document. There you go. So you can read lore as well.
Yeah, so that's one of the things we added.
You have to destroy it after reading.
Yeah,
it was written.
Destroyed. There we go. Destroyed.
It's something that comes from your background. So each background you have a document that explains how you were invited to join your siblings at the beginning of the game, and there are a lot of let's say not Easter eggs, but a few winks at the Solasta 1 players.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so I have a question about French. We do have French. If you actually go on our Steam page right now, we have updated since the TGA announcement the different languages that will be available at launch of early access, and those are English, of course, French, Spanish. So again, for Spanish players, there you go. Spanish. We have Italian.
German.
We have German. We have Portuguese, Brazilian. We have Polish. We have Russian. And we have Chinese. I think that's the simplified Chinese. Someone is asking, is traditional Chinese something that we are considering? I do not think so, because the problem is there's a lot of different languages. We would love to like have the game in every language, right? Like I know we have a very, very vocal and maybe very small as well, but a group of like Japanese and Korean fans that we usually see on Twitter. But so far, it's very hard to justify also like because again, we're a small studio, so we have a very limited budget. So we have to choose our battles, and maybe if the game sells super well, we can consider other languages. But we have to first concentrate on the main languages that we can cover.
And we have a lot of words.
Yes, and because it's an RPG, and because Xavier is very prolific with the narration, there is a lot of words to translate, and that means that translations are very costly. This is also a reason why some people are asking, will we have localized voice actors, like French voice acting? It's very expensive. That's why, for example, when someone's asking, why do we only have 2 male and 2 female voices for the main characters? It's because of the cost. Everything in Solasta is voice acted. That's one of the things.
The main, your heroes, they all have the same set of lines. So the whole game is voiced 4 times.
Already, yeah.
For the heroes. Yeah.
For the heroes, yeah.
Would you consider publishing the voice lines so people can make their own voice recording?
No.
That seems a very specific thing.
The integration of new voices is complex because the timing of the cutscenes depends on it.
Yeah,
that's not possible.
It's really tricky.
So some people are asking about sorting for the inventory. So right now, because it's early access, we have a filter system. In the future, maybe we want to add like a sorting.
We have it in the design, but it's not implemented.
Yeah, okay. So it's already in design. So yeah, okay. So it's even like something already scheduled.
But the amount of work the screen has
a
caused, we have to be careful and make sure that the rest of the game is well developed and developed.
Is there a release date for the early access? Yes, 12th of March 2026. It has been announced in the trailer for the TGA. in direct view, will we be able to look up? So the problem with looking up is that you would need to create the skybox, decorate the things, make sure that everything
we
looks
have
good.
one actually, but it's still a complex control to use.
So it's
far, no.
I think BG3 also don't really allow you to like look
No.
up the sky like this. So it's like it's limited. You can still see like far away and you can see the sky, but it's very, very difficult for us to justify the work of, for example, if you're in a cavern and you want to look up and then you have like the entire ceiling being decorated and everything.
Yes.
With the size of our team, we already struggle
Also,
to like, decorate
that
the ground
creates a
the
bunch of issues
caverns.
with camera
The game is
placement
designed
when
to
you're
be played
in.
from up top, so
Yeah.
we make a lot of work to make it look good from the top view.
Yeah.
And if you just want to look up sometimes, it's going to be a lot of lost work.
For those asking, is there a streamer program? Yes, we are on Lurkit. So you can go on Lurkit and you can sign up to the partner program.
I'm in
and
the
once
partner
the
program.
game gets close to release, we're probably gonna do missions to get like keys and stuff like this. So if you're a content creator, just head to Lurkit. What is the bar below the character portrait on the top left corner of the inventory screen? This one is the weight.
It's the reminder of the encumbrance.
Yeah, encumbrance.
When you drag up an item on other characters, you can see the encumbrance, so it lets you know if it's going to make the character encumbered or heavily encumbered.
Like if I try to give something heavy to my fighter, it should push her to encumbered. Let's see. Does the stuff work? No. Yes. As you can see here, she's encumbered now. So she has 10 less feet for movement. I do believe that we have we have planned the different Solasta version of the encumbrance and tabletop version,
or
or
maybe
something.
even remove it in some kind of easy setting for people who want to avoid it.
Because we know encumbrance is not fun for everyone. Like Solasta has a fairly aggressive encumbrance rule, so that strength is also valued, so that you need strength to like carry a lot of things. But we also know that some people don't like that and they don't want to be like encumbered all the time. So yeah.
And we have the scavenger system in Solasta 1, which is not ready yet for.
Oh yes, that's fair. We talked about the cumbers, which are the equivalent of Solasta 1's scavengers.
Yeah.
But like you said, the system will be implemented later on during the access.
Yes, so you will. I mean, it's really great not to have to pick up every stuff that you want to resell.
Mm-hmm.
When you have the system working, you can just leave them there, and you know that it will be picked up by the commerce for this game, and they will sell it and give you the money back and keep the good stuff that you might want to keep, like magic items that you've missed. So it's really cool.
They're very, very honest. they do tell you, oh, you forgot the magic item.
Adventurers can be dangerous, you know.
Yeah, they don't want to get on your bad side because they just stole a little potion on the fly, right? So, any DLC on the roadmap? So, just so you know, there is the only DLC we have planned right now is the supporter pack. And again, supporter pack, I always have to remind everyone, it is not a value DLC. You don't buy it to get stuff. It's a tip jar. If you want to give us more, if you want to give us like $10 because you want to help us with the development of the game, this is the tip jar. It will feature some like cosmetic items for fun, but it's
pretty cool ones. Actually.
Yeah, very cool ones actually. Because this time we actually decided to like think about it, but it's not supposed to give you an advantage or more content to play. So don't worry about that. If you don't want to buy the supporter pack, it's no big deal. You're not going to miss much. But we're not planning DLCs in advance of like content DLCs because right now we're focused on getting the early access out and the 1.0, and we don't want to already say, oh yeah, that is going to be locked behind DLC. Like this is not how we work. Yeah, we're like, what can we do with the time frame and the budget we have, and then once the game is out, we can think.
And Solasta 1 has proved that it's a good kind of game to have.
Yeah, they did like 3 or 4 DLCs for the first game.
Yeah, and for reminder, someone was asking like, what about the +1 Constitution Bread? That was not even a paid DLC. Like for Constitution Bread was the Kickstarter. So it was more like, to help everyone who backed up during the Kickstarter, is like, here, have a +1 Constitution Bread, a dwarven bread that is impossible to eat. Will the level cap for the main campaign be level 12 like in Solasta 1? No, it's going to be level 10, and if you remember, when we released 1.0 for Solasta 1, it was level 10.
Yeah.
Level 12 was added for free later on as an update. So maybe we are in the future. We never know. But at the moment, the plan is level 10. And I also don't want to get stabbed in the back by my, production director for saying, sure, let's do level 12. And she's going to be like, this is so much work.
It's more power, more spells, and also you have to rebalance the ending of the game because if you are level 12 instead of 10,
it's a little bit too easy after.
Lots of consequences.
I see a question of please launch Solasta 1 and 2 for Switch 1. That's not possible. Wow. It's like it's probably not possible because of the need for super optimization and Solasta 1 especially. Just so we've stopped updating it. Like again, we're a small studio. We cannot have two teams both handling Solasta 2 and one team on Solasta 1. That would be way harder to maintain the studio working on. Okay, level 20. No, level 20, not for sure, no. Are we planning for mod support? So again, modding is something that we don't really have control over so much.
They kind of addressed this during the last live stream too.
We love to see people bringing mods with their own classes, their own features, their own fun. Solasta 1 has a very good one at that called Unfinished Business, which adds tons of subclasses, level 20, multi-classing, but the thing is, we cannot tell you, yeah, sure, we're gonna.
Well, they're in a new engine now too.
Like, we're not against
Unreal is a little bit different than.
But at the moment, we have our hands full with making the game as much as we can, the best we can, and modders can, at the moment, maybe tinker around with Unreal and see what they can do. But we cannot promise to say, yeah, sure, there will be like a modding API or something like that. You have to remember, even Baldur's Gate 3 with the side of the team, which was like
took them like a year to get modding
during
out.
Peak time, the modding only came like the official modding tools only came like 2 years or 1 year, 2 years after the launch of 1.0.
Couple years maybe.
So it's like it's a very very complicated thing.
I don't think it was 2 years, but it was definitely a year plus.
Is there going to be personality choices like in Solasta 1?
Yes, there are personalities. It's a bit different, but you have a number of archetypes that you can pick for each of your characters.
That will change the way they talk and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
so it's not just a list of different. We call them personality flags. Just choose one archetype. And it's because we couldn't use it fully for the first game. Some of these choices were not really used, and it was a bit of a waste. So this time, okay, my character is going to be like that. It's going to have this kind of personality, and that's what we're using.
Yeah, I see a question about Fine Steed. We are not going to have mounts in Solasta 2.
No,
that's too expensive.
We ate all the horses.
We ate all the horses. Poor horses. Will multiplayer be available during early access?
No.
Yes.
Yes, but not at
we
launch.
can release it sooner rather than later. Any plan for the Solasta 2 game book? I'm pretty sure we would love to. Question is when, how, again. We did one for Solasta 1.
They did, and they sent me a copy of it, and it's brilliant.
It was fun. And
they sent me a digital copy.
So it depends on how much time you have, right?
Exactly. As well.
God, it's been about a year and a half ago, maybe.
Solasta 1
It's a great book.
Was coordinated by me, but had a lot of help from Xavier and the writers. Yeah. Because I'm not the one writing all the lore, that's for sure.
And a lot of the art also.
A lot of artwork.
Yeah.
But it's a nice item to have in your.
Yeah. And usually by the end of production of a game, the writers don't have as much work to do because all the text are here, just editing.
So we can have them
and then you can have more time to do stuff.
Okay, let's see, because it's 45, so we're gonna answer a few more questions and we're probably gonna wrap it up. Yep. Speak with animals, not a thing because of the fact that it would be a lot of work to have animals, like even the models, but then
all
also
the
like the writing
and branches and.
We don't have, like, again, remember Baldur's Gate 3, 400 some? We have 2 writers. And Xavier helping narration.
Yeah.
We don't have an army of writers. We probably can't afford to make a lot of, like, different animals and dialogues and stuff like that. New Game Plus. No.
Too early to ask about
That's not
that.
something that really works for us, right?
Yeah, no, we don't have plans for that. No.
We don't have plans. I mean, maybe later we're going to be like, oh yeah, but that works fantastically. But D&D, usually you don't do New Game Plus. You just, do another party, do another campaign.
Iron Man, though, I think it's going to be
Iron Man mode.
Technically New Game Plus, right? You keep on dying, you keep on restarting the game, but with more knowledge, New Game Plus. Character creation stream. Okay, so we will talk about character creation. We have something coming up, but not now. Is there a chance you create a Soul Knife subclass for the Rogue? So again, Soul Knife, not SRD. We cannot just push out the Soul Knife. And if the question is, are you going to do something similar to the Soul Knife? I don't know. Maybe in the future, but usually we avoid to do like copy paste, like same themes. We still want like to do something a bit different. For example, like the Aether Warden is not a copy of the Eldritch Knight. Like
thanks for the
Eldritch
raid,
Knight has a lot
Jortesic.
of different
Appreciate
things
it.
that they play around, while the Aether Warden is more like a big tanky dude with a constitution for casting spells and stuff like this. Let's see. Is Solasta 2 self-funded?
Yes.
Right? It's not.
Yes.
Kepler does not.
No,
Yes.
it's our studio's.
It is our studio, right?
They
Yeah.
confirmed that last stream.
Solasta
1 and some load and stuff, but yeah.
Kepler is helping us as a publisher,
Yeah.
especially in the marketing, getting us to events. It's also like we used to say, like a big brother, right? It's like it's easier in the industry if you're not like alone. So it is a good thing about Kepler is like it's a group of studios, and it's mostly like developer run, right? It's like the heads are people like you, Mathieu, the different people from other studios.
They act as a loudspeaker for our voice, actually.
Exactly, it's a loudspeaker.
More means for and also lots of support in code and other stuff. So it's a great big brother.
For example, like they help with IT for like a moment. They're also helping like when it comes to like finances, we did exchange with them and stuff like that. So it's a good thing. Like for example, even like in marketing, we do often hold meetings and workshops with the Kepler team, so that they can also give us like, hey, we did that with this different studio, it worked very well, okay, cool. So that's a very nice thing to have. And also, that Kepler usually has also very good games, right? Pacific Drive, maybe you've heard of Expedition 33.
Yeah, Ontos is coming out, Oros
right?
or Ontos, I
So
think it's
they're
called.
like, and now we also have Ontos on the table.
Yeah,
we have,
Ontos.
Orbitals as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and before that, Sifu and Rematch.
Sifu rematch.
Sifu is a great game.
So hopefully Solasta 2 will also join the the star lineup as well.
Yes, it's already in my star lineup.
We are looking to make a very good game. Let's see. Do we have other questions? Blah 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 blah. Bonjour de Strasbourg. Bonjour.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, fellow French person. Let's see. I think we are going to be wrapping up then. I see like less and less questions. So thank you all for joining today. I hope you guys enjoyed a first look at the combat encounters and the way that you fight. I hope that it reassured you that the game actually is still very good D&D and 2024 rules. And if that is all for us today, we are going to say bye-bye. And again, thank you for joining us. And we were very happy to be here and to show you different things. For the travel mechanics, because I see some people say that, you can look at the previous stream where we showed the world map. Although, know that the world map has updated quite a bit. Yes. And you will see that when we show the world map again, it looks like night and day. A lot of good updates.
Always good things to be shared.
All right, people. Cheers and goodbye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, that is a wrap on the Tactical Adventures combat stream today,
I write this letter to you as
which is
testimony
awesome.
of my undying love. Deorcus, my beloved.
Great time as always. I'm going to be taking a break for lunch, and then I'm probably going to be back later on today with some Skyrim Anniversary Edition, I believe. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I need to check in with Chris and everything else. I need to eat some food, take a break. But I think eyes are feeling pretty good today. I'm not feeling too tired. I think we're going to be back with some Skyrim here in a bit. So stay tuned for that. And if you didn't catch the morning streams, we did a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online this morning, and then we did some Divinity Original Sin 2
deserves the peace of death.
today for shits and giggles. So stay tuned for that.
What an interesting family.
Peace out,
you
everybody.
must have.
Well, we'll wait for this to finish since they're doing the trailer at the end again, and then we will wrap up and be out. As always, live on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, everything in between on YouTube.
Stay in the light.
I'm not sure when they're doing Lurk It campaigns and stuff, but I am in the creator program for this, so
Never give in to
as soon as I know more about early access, I'll let you guys know. And of course, I'll be, as often as I can, co-streaming these events. I did not get to co-stream the last one, but I did a watch party after the fact, covering the minimap changes and everything else, so I look forward to continuing to run this game, and we will obviously be playing this in March, so stay tuned for more. To catch you guys later on today.